That's
Yes.
Incorporate your children with the culture. Here now, everything is so fast. Everything is digitalized. You know, we're on our devices. It's really hard. And you know, the one thing that I get critiqued about is not teaching my own children Luganda, which I, you know, happen to know a bit. And you know, I try. Children were here, they'll probably tell you the same. But you know, but at the same time, we also want to bring some of the youth values that we have incorporated among, you know, growing up.
Right.
You know, because we're not getting older, we feel like we're getting younger.
Also, probably getting more so the parents to be open, because I'm sure a kid has tons to say always, but a parent is probably a Ugandan parent. It's probably not trying to listen. So to
And we came out with coolio braids with rubber bands at the end. So like, just those did amazing, and you're crying on the inside because this is just one more thing that makes you
what I want to do, and this is what I'm doing, people respect it. So I think that it's more so to get our kids to be confident in who they are. So if you do end up in a situation where you get your coolio braids, you're like, all right, well, you know, this is just my situation and how,
you know, in your role.
Yeah. Well, with me, I feel like my voice is the only thing I do have. Or, you know, I feel like not hurting anyone. You know, I feel like my voice is the only thing I do have to myself. So as a woman, my experience was a little different than my cousins here. You know what that was? Like, what is that? Like, what are you talking about? I don't scratch booty, right? So it never made sense to me.
Right.
And
I don't even know where that name came from.
does anyone know what that means?
That's what I would love.
Have to look American. I have an accent too that always
Yes.
stood out, right? So to me, it's like, okay, well, where you at?
Say
Sure.
that too loud on the
What year
radio.
did Boys and Hill come out? What year did it come out?
Instead of calling us a monkey, they're going to call us an African booty scratcher.
Pam said the late 80s. It came out in the late 80s.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. That's it.
Nine.
In my high school. I went to a Jewish school.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was mostly Jewish.
Is blacks wrong? Oh, okay.
See, we don't know
because you're African.
But
You may not.
I'm so
But
sorry.
we can get into it.
Yes, because finish your
Okay.
thing, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna get into that.
Okay. Yeah, so I've never saw really too many Africans in my. Then I'm like, oh, there's Africans in America. Oh, get out of here, right? It was a whole like experience. That's when I even like wanted to listen to African music, like, because for me, I was trying to fit in to look at every angles.
No.
For me to even feel this. Maybe 10 years ago when I was in middle school. No.
We scratch your gang signs at my school.
Oh,
See?
no.
But what did it look
I
like?
believe that. Yo, what school was that?
See? No. No.
1-4. Yo, what school was
That will not hide. But for
I'm
me,
talking about you.
yeah, I didn't.
I'm good.
In the audience.
Okay.
So is that offensive?
To the four of
So for me,
them. Right here.
I'll wait.
Yeah, we gotta let the Black Americans
Yeah.
talk.
She said I'm Cuban.
Right here, Dion.
You're Haitian. Put your hand down. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's what I am. So, what it is for me is when you guys speak about Black Americans, and then you guys say, sorry, Maya. So I'm like, it's fine. Say what you want to say. You don't have to apologize to me. I am what I am. No big deal.
Yeah.
But no, I'm fine with it. With the term Black American, is that the term? I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember going home and like, Mom, like they said I was black, and they were like, well, what do you mean? They're from this place, Ugandan. Then they see me as in America, so that's what it is. I live here, so I go with that. But I don't know. I feel like that is touchy because I've been into conversations where some non-Africans quote whatever you want. Yeah.
So we have some comments from from an African American friend, and she stated that she feels like it's offensive when it becomes a us versus African, but we're all African American,
Yeah.
actually. So I
Came first, like the African booty scratcher or the Black American? Like, I'm saying in terms of one disrespecting the other. So like, were we African booty scratchers first, and then they were Black Americans? Because they're saying us versus them, but
Well, someone in the crowd wants to shout out LIB.
My family's from the settlement, and the settlement are the Black Americans and the Barbadians that settled and moved back to Africa.
Right.
And settled in a certain city.
my daddy used to get volcano rocks. We didn't have to do stuff like that.
So it's a crossroad for Liberians and some Freetown Sierra Leoneans. You all don't deal with the being, oh, you guys are American countries that blend in with the Black Americans.
Right.
And then you have some that stand out. So what is your take on that? How about?
That's a fantastic question.
I think it's the concept. It has to be like that. It has to be like, that's the African booty scratcher. It doesn't matter what country you're from, what you look like, or anything like that. Like, that's who you gotta smell, you gotta be dirty, whatever else it is that goes with that. So I feel like it doesn't matter what country or what region or whatever. If you fit that thing, yeah, you're an African booty scratcher.
I grew up in the 80s, right? So,
Don't tell us your age. I mean, you said you wouldn't.
exactly.
I'm dead.
Right. Definitely the booty scratching term was definitely there in the 80s. Homegirl, what it means to Joan on people. If you don't know what that means, for some of y'all, it means to clown somebody, cut them up. Cut them up. It just means to
Go in.
yeah. And so,
Don't have the
Chiquita Johnson. But she's
so do
No
all
Africans in here have another that's not a vowel?
do
Wow.
all African
Which